Saturday in Hastings is shaping up to be a classic. We're looking at a high near 74 degrees, a low of 51, and a steady northwest breeze that keeps the river air moving through downtown. It's the kind of weather that makes Levy Park and the bridge view feel perfectly still, an ideal day for a walk or a quiet dinner on a patio. But while today feels remarkably calm, dates are more than just numbers on a calendar. They are containers for history, and June 13th has held some surprisingly heavy moments. We can use today's local itinerary, from your morning coffee by the river to an evening glance at the stars, as a map to unlock the events that happened on this same day in years past. Seeing the scale of what came before transforms a simple weather update into a much larger story about where we are standing. That morning breeze, moving between 5 and 15 miles per hour, is the first thing you'll notice today as the air flows off the water and into the streets. But if we look back to June 13th, 1886, on the nearby St. Croix River, the water wasn't moving at all. A staggering 4-mile-long logjam had completely choked the river at Taylor's Falls, creating a solid wall of timber. The sheer volume of wood wedged between the rock faces was so dense, it rewrote the local geography, turning a flowing river into a miles-long wooden floor. It was such a massive phenomenon that excursion trains traveled all the way from Duluth just to see it. People treated a blocked river as a major tourist destination. It's a reminder that these rivers aren't just quiet scenery. They are capable of generating enormous, dramatic stories that once stopped an entire region in its tracks. By midday, as the sun warms the town into the 70s, the focus usually shifts to downtown errands and Saturday chores. Most of us will pull out a smartphone to check a list or find information, an act of instant communication we now take for granted. On June 13, 1942, national communication looked like this: the creation of the Office of War Information. This was a massive manual storytelling operation. Without digital tools, thousands of people worked in rooms like this to document the country's mobilization during World War II. They used films, radio, and physical posters to reach the public, carefully crafting a national narrative to keep the country moving in the same direction. That enormous effort to keep a nation informed shows just how much work it once took to share a story, a process that now happens instantly every time you look at your phone. As the sun sets and the temperature dips toward 51 degrees, you'll likely need a light layer if you're staying out on the patio. It's the perfect time to look up. While Hastings settles into a quiet night, June 13, 1983 marked a moment where humanity reached much further. This is the trajectory of NASA's Pioneer 10. On this day in '83, it crossed the orbit of Neptune. It was a milestone for deep space exploration, the first time a human-made object traveled beyond what was then the furthest known planet in our solar system. While we enjoy the comfort of a June evening on Earth, that probe was entering a cold, distant frontier billions of miles away from home. Knowing that history is out there turns a simple glance at the night sky into a way to connect with the very limits of where we've been. From massive 19th century logjams to the furthest reaches of space, June 13th's history is woven into the day we're having right now. So keep the sunscreen ready for the afternoon, grab a jacket for the evening, and make sure you secure your napkins against that northwest breeze. It's such a nice day, the Mississippi might actually start charging admission for the breeze. Be sure to check the latest National Weather Service updates, subscribe to Hastings Now, and Get Out Guide. It's a great day to make some history of your own.